the island of Majorca and the chosen destination of 2 million British holidaymakers every year. But when they all arrive through the same airport, things can get a little out of hand.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
30 odd people missing. Where'd they go?
Haven't got a clue.
Which queue were you in? Scotland.
We got on that plane, told stewardess she's got chickenpox. Now they won't take us.
Tengo un par de cuestiones.
Palma de Majorca Airport. Built only 4 years ago at a cost of £165 million. It's an architectural marvel. Just one drawback. With 3 miles of corridor, you've got to move fast if you want to get your plane off the ground.
What's happening?
British Midland are boarding at the same boarding gate as we are. And if I don't get there before them, we'll lose it.
A boarding gate has been assigned to 2 different airlines, British Midland and Air 2000. Whoever wins the gate will be first off the ground. But Air 2000 has a secret weapon. It's the Escobar family, who are responsible for getting Air 2000 flights out on time. Directing operations is Ramon Escobar.
Carolina Bowditch, are you there?
Yes.
His eyes and ears out in departures are wife Anita and daughter Caroline.
You survive. And you try just to cope. The thing in English is called cope. To cope with the problem. We are always running in the middle of the pack.
Taking the back routes on her scooter, Caroline reaches the gate first. The woman from British Midland may have arrived, but that doesn't mean she's won the gate. Lesson 1, make a loud noise.
East Midlands. Heathrow in a minute. We're just trying to find it out now. Okay.
If that doesn't work, hog the phone until help arrives.
Para un 2613 Delta. Muchas gracias. Tómaselo, de mi madre que baja ya. British Midland wants to close our gate down now because they say that this gate is theirs, which is true, but operations has given them this gate we've started, and they're not getting me out of here. So it was really shitty on the telephone to me.
Finally, backup arrives in the form of Mum.
I think we're winning. We are winning. We've won. We've got them in here. East Midlands? East Midlands? Our British Midland. You'll be next. We'll hurry up. Hiya.
A small battle won. Air 2000 makes its slot. And as for the British Midland, it left 40 minutes later.
Da-da-da-da. We won. We won. We won. We won. Smarty Marty. We didn't win. He won.
I won.
He won. I won. But he said he won.
Yo he hablado con paneles. I spoke with paneles.
Yeah.
I spoke with paneles.
Yeah, you did. But you weren't up there fighting with the
British. I fight with the paneles, and I told her, just to give the gate.
That's right, did you?
Exactly.
Oh, there you are then. There you are. Be careful what you are talking about. You be careful what you are talking about.
Do not minimize, my...
Your authority. Your authority.
And my capabilities.
Wouldn't do that.
No.
Wouldn't do that at all.
Talking about business.
Anita Escobar has worked in the airline trade for over 20 years, but nothing has quite prepared her for the challenge of Palma Airport.
It looks nice. Just try working in it. These plans, apparently, what I heard, whether it's true or whether it isn't, were actually the original plans they did for Miami Airport. Miami threw it out, and I think we had an architect walking along one day and they found them in the bin. We thought, oh, they'll do for Palma. This is where we lose everybody, the duty-free. The boarding gates are down here, security's down here, but nobody actually, this is where they first stop, and we just lose them. What it means, if you're sitting in duty-free and your flight is called, you've got to get to your boarding gate in time, you've got to run, and run, and run.
Nearly 2 million British tourists will land at Palma Airport every year. And whether they're rich, poor, young or old, all of them will have to make that walk. But if you can make it to the other side, you'll reach the welcoming arms of the holiday reps.
Turn left by the first double doors. Yeah? Just go and grab a seat down there and I'll come and get you in.
A21 and they'll be coming down there.
Okay.
All right.
Whereabouts are you staying?
Campstello, Helios. AMM 787.
Every type of passenger gets their own breed of rep.
Come on, G30 over here! How are you, Betty? Oh, are you well? Very well. Thank you. Very well.
Yes, I know. We shall see you in
See you tomorrow morning. Very good. I'll be down tomorrow morning. I'll see you on your way back. Door number 4. Door number 4, coach B21. 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 You together? Okay. And when you see some of the reps down here, I feel sorry for them. They've got plasters and bandages wrapped around the heels of their shoes. They're in agony in the airport. Lipstick or a comb through their hair, they've no idea.
But you've got to be, haven't you? People don't want to come on holiday and just see someone going... They want to get into the mood, especially our lot, especially 18 to 30, good time.
Yeah, you with us lot? Which one? The passengers are coming out legless from side to side. No way. Get out the way, please. Riff raff.
Dawn Flint is in her first season as a rep for Virgin Sun.
To me, this is the down of the job because, I don't know, I'm much more a shorts and t-shirt sort of person. And it was all a bit sort of, hello, how are you? And, that sort of thing. And I'd much prefer it in resort when people are just chatting to you and being friendly to you and you're having a laugh with them and you're going on party night with them and they're liking you, whereas now they don't know who you are, you're just, hello,
The crucial job for every rep is to get the clients to the coach without them getting lost.
Okay, it's through door 8, which is just down here. Yep. It's on the left-hand side as you walk out the door. Okay, you're going to go through door 8. It's coach number 100. All right, thanks.
But when you have a coach park the size of Europe, that's easier said than done.
I don't know where everybody is. Because, Angie, there's like 5 people on my coach. Yes. Look, I have nobody. I don't know where they're all gone.
100 yards away, some rather lost souls have started to emerge out of the wrong gate. It's the perfect mismatch. Coach without passengers, passengers without coach.
30 odd people missing. Where've they gone?
Haven't got a clue.
There's been a Bermuda Triangle happening in the middle of the Palma Airport.
In the end, it takes a holidaymaker to point out the mix-up.
Everybody's up there with Virgin. Everybody's been told number 1.
We haven't got a coach now.
No, door 1.
Why has this happened? Door 1? I was going mad, but I thought I'd lost the plot because I went to my coach.
Door number 1.
Oh, everybody. I'm terribly sorry. There's been a mistake with whoever told you to come to gate 1, they were wrong. I'm so sorry. It's
I wasn't even there.
door number 8. I'm so sorry. It's 98. Those of you going to Santa Ponza, if you'd like to follow me, I'm really sorry. Yeah? What's the matter? It's like we get told all these, like the coach numbers and where they are, and if one of us gets it wrong and then tells all the guests that, then, and it's obviously that somebody has got it wrong, but we don't know who.
In departures, Anita has a problem.
Well, if the spots are out, it's not contagious. Who doesn't say? Who?
The captain of an Air 2000 is refusing to take a sick child.
Get onto the frequency and speak to the captain. And apparently she's got chickenpox. And it's contagious. Well, they say it's contagious. And there might be a possibility of being offloaded off the aircraft. So I'm just going to sort of try and find out what's happening.
The Everett family from Leeds have been offloaded.
We're going to take you over to the terminal building. Who's got the chickenpox? Baby.
Well, it's suspected. It's not even confirmed.
Yeah, it could be mosquito bites, couldn't it? Who said it was chickenpox?
Just pharmacist.
Yeah.
But pilot won't take us now.
He won't take you.
Espérate un momento que necesito una cosa de las maletas que me iba a decir el comandante.
Yeah, they're just going to... We'll take you over in the car and see if we can get you on something this afternoon.
Right, so let's find it on the side.
It's standard practice for all airlines not to carry passengers with contagious diseases. But Anita decides to argue the case with the captain.
That baby's not contagious.
Well, according to our customer services department...
They're just taking your word for it. But we've put... In the past, I mean, I'm a mother myself and I know I've got children. Once the spots are out, they're not contagious.
Somebody in Air 2000 said a definite no without a fitness to fly.
Because they're just covering their own backs.
We've been honest. We got on that plane and told stewardess she's got chickenpox. Now they won't take us. But how many people are sat on that plane that have said nothing, that have got diseases? For honesty, you get penalised, diseases, that.
But it's not looking good for the Everetts. Dad Craig is asked to identify his own luggage.
Right, first of all, we're going to take you out of the heat and take you over to the terminal building.
Let's go back.
I will
Yeah.
give you in a moment, right?
So you've lost his case then?
No, we've left it. I'm going to take you over to the terminal building. Where's the driver gone?
The Air 2000 leaves, minus a family of 3.
Yeah, Queer Street. I should have been at the bank at 2 o'clock. I had some papers out to sign.
The Everetts still expect to fly out on a later plane, but they haven't allowed for one person, the airport doctor. With the evening come more flights, and delays start to mount for all the airlines.
Un momento, por favor, ¿con quién hablo?
In the office of Air 2000, Ramon has to deal with one of his pet hates: passenger complaints.
This flight is delayed just exactly 1 hour 30 minutes. And already, we got a couple of passengers asking something to eat.
This is disgusting, don't you? I mean, they're winding us backwards and forwards. We're going to give you food, they're not. And now, we can't even hear what they're saying.
In England, never happens. I repeat what I said before. In England, you got 2 hours delay, and, they give you a coffee and a bomb. How do you call all this sponge cake, just in Chucky's or... No, I don't know. Or just, I think it's called, what's it called? A bomb. It's just... It's the typical thing, just in a container that is on a stop paper. You make it in the... A muffin.
They told us there were refreshments down there at Section B. When people walked down there to get them, they were just refused and sent back again.
And I promise you, I saw the muffin. The muffin was older than Charles I. Delay means food. And if you go to any airport, you will find, that delay means food. It's strange.
It's half an hour since the Everetts went to see the airport doctor.
She can't fly. Yeah, they're not going to let her go. The mother's terribly upset.
So when do you think?
Feel sorry. Well, they're going to take her up to a clinic. They're going to take her up to a clinic in Palma. Let the doctor have a look at her up there, but no go.
The family have been grounded for at least 3 days. Getting home now depends on the state of Amy's spots. After the break, a fire engine goes walkabout.
Well, the aircraft's not going to wait for the fire brigade, so we're going to get coordination what going.
And the Everetts' problems just get worse.
Can't go down to the pool or not, so you just sat in the room all day.
The problem with working in a holiday airport is that half your passengers still think they're on the beach.
It's in there. Have a look, have a look. Have a look. Just call Alice. I'm going to blow up, like, you know what I mean? I'm going to blow up, you know what I mean?
Apparently he found it, and he wants to check it in. Maybe he wants to hang it on his wall or something.
I'm going home on Saturday and I've got to pay a strong now.
But his mum doesn't know yet.
Nothing wrong with having a laugh, unless you've got to make it through Palma Airport and its 3 miles of corridor.
They've changed the boarding gate from B34 to B32, and between there and here we've lost 60 people. So they've given 4 or 5 announcements already, and we're still missing 60. So we're going to give a little call in the duty-free shop, or the cut price shop. Anybody on the Air 2000 flight to Gatwick? Air 2000 to Gatwick? Anybody with the Air 2000 306 to Gatwick? Anybody on the Air 2000 flight to Gatwick? The 306? No. AMM 306? No, you're not that one. Vale. We're missing 12 now. Anybody on the Air 2000 306 to Gatwick?
¿Por nombres o no se llaman por nombres? Un momento, ¿cuántos hay en la puerta? ¿Cuántos hay en la puerta de momento?
Air 2000 Gatwick. Anybody on the 306 Air 2000 to Gatwick?
Granita, ¿cuántos faltan en la puerta? ¿Cuántos tenemos? Perdona, ¿cuántos tenemos?
Faltan 4.
5 minutes to go, and they're still missing 4.
I don't know what number it is, but I'm going to Copenhagen.
Oh, you're not going to Gatwick. Copenhagen. This is Gatwick.
3-1, that's
Yeah, Copenhagen there.
So when you start, tell me about what you're going to have to do if they don't.
We're going to have to offload the bags. If they're not here within the next 5 minutes, we're going to have to offload bags. And that means otherwise the captain's going to lose his slot. And he's got to start calling for clearance now because he's supposed to be airborne at 58, so he's got to start calling for clearance now. These two look as if they could be coming over here. Quick! Yeah, we're correct. Más los dos españoles.
We were in the wrong queue.
Which queue were you in?
Scotland.
But not much difference, is there?
It is to us.
Venga, we've got the last 2. Hombre, venga. Venga. Hija de mi alma. Venga. Ya está. Yeah, we're correct. We've got them all. Oh, I'm too old for this. Oh, I want to give it up. There must be easy ways to earn a living. Isn't there anybody rich who can look after me and well, I'll give it up tomorrow.
It's left to daughter Caroline to see them off.
So sorry, we've been standing there. Sorry. Go on, in you go. Sorry.
Bye.
A hotel in Santa Ponza. And the perfect place for a family holiday. Unless, of course, you've been stuck in a hotel room for 3 days.
Getting warmer. And I could kick off.
The tour operator may be paying the bills, but Amy's chickenpox is proving tough to budge.
Can't go down to the pool or not, so you just sat in the room all day. 3 days, just sat waiting.
Do you know really? I mean, obviously it's up to the doctor. So what's...
Oh yeah, I mean we could go back tomorrow, and we have to go back tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for the doctor to look again. I mean, we could say no.
Craig is a self-employed lorry driver and was supposed to take delivery of a new truck. Worse, they're missing an important celebration.
We had to get back for Amy's birthday, which was on 26th today.
Birthday's when?
Today.
Two today. And only one card got blown down though.
So what would you be doing celebrating at home? What would you...
We just bought a bouncy castle and a big swimming pool to extend onto it, so we're going to have a big party for her. Which we've had to cancel now.
Okay then. Some party here.
Stuck in the hotel room.
Back at the airport, Anita is missing someone else. This time slightly more important.
Caroline. The fire brigade haven't arrived yet, obviously.
No, they haven't arrived yet.
No fire brigade means no fuel.
I'm still waiting on this fuel.
How long do you think?
Well, they were going to be 10 minutes before when we just asked for them.
Okay, we can't miss this slot.
We need the fire brigade before the fuel man will start putting the fuel onto the aircraft. And he won't put the fuel on. Sometimes they'll sort of do it on the QT, but this guy won't. And if we don't start calling for our slot in maybe 5 minutes, then we're going to lose it. My bet is they're either on their shift change, they're having their lunch, or they're playing a game of cards, or they could be having a quick siesta.
At the fire station, there's a deathly quiet.
Algo del otro parque.
¿Sí? ¿Cuál?
Hay otro parque, el parque sur, a lo mejor están allí.
Sí, pues no está. Han venido chicos de Europa también y no había nadie.
¿Han avisado a operación?
Sí, todos.
Que nosotros nos tiene que avisar operaciones.
Vale. No, es que le han mandado un fax. Hace 15-20 minutos. Right, well, they were having their dinner. They said that they hadn't received the fax, but they're on the way around now.
A fire engine is dispatched across the tarmac, heading for the Air 2000.
They say it's better to phone at this time, so I said, why? He said, because we're having our dinner. Oh, they're so sweet, you can't shout at them. You've got to be really careful on this little bit of road here.
So tell me now, the tanker's there.
The tankers, but we still haven't got the fire brigade.
The fire engine just kept on going towards another aircraft. With a minute to go before departure, Anita heads for the handling agent's head office.
Este es el avión enfrente.
Vale.
Es que tenemos el slot I-5.
Bomberos.
Bomberos, no bombones, bomberos.
Nothing.
Haven't arrived yet. They said they're, as soon as possible, they're on the way. In Europa's told me that they've already doing refueling another 3 flights. Right. So that means they can't refuel another one. Right. Can't refuel more than 3 flights at the same time. That's about it. So once they finish with one of them, which I don't know when, they'll come over.
They won't give you any time at all. Okay. Close up. Go.
El avión va. Well, the aircraft's not going to wait for the fire brigade, so we're going to get a coordinator and we're going.
The captain has enough fuel to make the flight and decides not to risk losing his slot by taking extra fuel on board. Anita has seen off 32 flights in one day. Only one plane delayed more than an hour. It's a team effort with the whole family pitching in to help. But still, quite an achievement for the girl from Birkenhead.
When I first started working, I used to work as a rep, and it was never going to be permanent.
You can't get much more permanent than this, 27 years later. A husband, kids, a mortgage.
The secret to a family business is to stick to your own job.
With my husband in the office, I'd last a week, or he'd last a week.
One of you have to go.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be me.
Hasta ahora, gracias.
Well, Ramon 5 years ago had a heart attack. I don't think it was a serious heart attack. Well, he was in intensive care for a week, so I suppose it must have been quite serious. But he won't slow down. And he reckons, his way of thinking, his logic, that had he been smoking, he wouldn't have been stressed. So what happens after the heart attack? He starts smoking again. But that's the way he is. It's just the way Ramon is. What can I say? He's Latin.
At night, Palma takes on a different character. With the cheaper flights come the younger passengers and a whole different attitude to air travel. On hand to keep the peace for Air 2000 is Joel Bowers.
Hiya gents, you're right there. Hiya. Just speaking to the young man from Cosmos, the rep. We're getting a few complaints about the language you're using. So we can just calm it down, boys. Of course, you know, it's a family occasion here, so let's keep it cool down, especially for the plane. Yeah. If you don't mind, chaps, okay? Okay, man? Thank you very much, boys. Cheers.
That's you.
The lads are okay. Excuse me, young fella. The beer, yeah, it's got to go in now, please, if you don't mind. Now, please. Thanks. He wants to take beer on board, but if he can't show it when he's going through like that, we're going to put it in his bag out of everyone's way, so not a problem going back.
But they'll be all right, won't they?
Yeah, they're fine. They're all right. As long as they're coherent and sober, I mean, if she's a problem. They're boisterous, there's nothing wrong with them, it's all right. There's nothing wrong with a bit of boisterous, harmful fun.
Feeling distinctly unboisterous is the Fisher family. They've lost a bag containing all their passports and tickets somewhere on the way from the coach.
I can't find the bag. It's gone. Just hope somebody's took the money and the valuables and left the rest.
Have you got tickets or that with it as well?
Your tickets.
Everything's got.
Everything, right.
Down
So you come with me to the coach and we'll try and find it.
What number's your coach?
43N.
43F.
43N, November, so Nicola. I've already been down there, I couldn't see.
Oh, you've already done already?
Meanwhile, an unusual figure has appeared at check-in. Ramon has run out of cigarettes, and the last thing on his mind is a missing bag.
No hay nadie que fume. Samantha. Samantha. ¿Hay alguien que fume por ahí?
In the coach park, it's not looking good for the Fishers. They've searched the luggage compartment, but it looks as if the bag has been stolen.
The bag's not there. So, they can't all be travelling. Because normally we need clearance from immigration in Glasgow, and also the confirmation from the police here letting them travel. But I know it takes time, and unfortunately we don't have a lot of it.
The Fishers prepare to bed down for the night. But help may be at hand from a surprise quarter. Ramon has found a cigarette and is suddenly feeling very energetic.
Está cerrado. Fisher. Fisher. Family Fisher por 4.
Which two are the missing ones?
¿De acuerdo?
Because there's only 2 passports
Venga.
missing.
How many tickets do you need? 6. You're supposed to provide tickets, my lord.
Have fun, Kelly. You go ahead, have fun, Kelly.
Go and get just the 6 tickets. You, in the meanwhile, you know, you can go to the 102. Iberia is the 102? 102. 102 and wait over there. I will provide you with a piece of paper.
No one is quite sure what his plan is, but when you've worked in an airport for 30 years, problems can disappear in mysterious ways.
Thanks very much.
We contact the immigration, the big boss. Theoretically, you know, this fellow is supposed to ring just upstairs.
She doesn't understand a word he's saying, and nor did
I
we.
give you this sort of thing, just to...
But immigration allowed the Fishers to travel without passports, and they flew out that night on a later flight. After the break, it's decision time for the Everett family.
Venga.
And Ramon tries telling his wife what to do.
Sí.
Teaching his granny to suck eggs.
I will have the 50% of the population just thinking, chauvinistic Spaniard.
Palma Hospital, and it's crunch time for the Everett family. After 3 days in a hotel room, it's the moment to find out if they can go home.
Pues nada.
Where's Amy gone? Where's Amy gone? Daddy, where's Amy?
There she is.
Where's Amy gone?
Venga.
Draw a spider on here. Look.
¿Cuándo empezó exactamente?
When did it actually start? Which date? I'm giving you the date.
She's had them probably about 7 days now.
7 días.
Hace 7 días.
Hace 7 días ahora.
Bueno, en principio sí que puede volar, ¿eh?
Ajá.
Se considera que una varicela es infecciosa, explícaselo bien, que es infecciosa desde el inicio de la lesión hasta 6 días posteriormente. Es decir, que en una semanita deja de ser infecciosa.
Okay. In 1 week, normally with chickenpox, within 1 week, it's not infectious anymore. Okay, so you've had 7 days, so you should be clear completely. Okay, so you should be okay. So you should be able to fly. Yes.
The doctor signs the certificate to fly. The Everetts can go home.
Because then I can fly, or she can fly, and then we can all fly home.
How do you feel?
Bloody relieved, don't you?
Elated.
Yeah.
Words can't express it.
Going
Going home.
I want to stay.
You stay, we're going. She's on my passport, we can go home. Can't we?
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Your attention, please. This is a departure only announcement for all guests travelling on the following...
One of the roles of Palma Airport is to link up with the cruise ships that ply the Med.
AMM 287 to Gatwick.
Forget the hassle of the airport. Cruise passengers can check in their bags at dockside.
Hayton, Chaplow, 2 Mond, 2 Adams.
For Sarah Stevenson of First Choice Cruises, it's the biggest day of the week.
Challenge is to get 850 people on board the ship so that it can leave by 11:30 this evening. It's now 8 o'clock in the morning and our first flight is going to be coming through fairly soon, in about an hour or so. We've got 19 flights today and about 750 people coming through the airport, another 100 arriving to the port. We've got to make sure that all the flights tally together, all the amount of passengers, the suitcases are in the right places, the right amount of coaches have been ordered, and get everybody here before 11:30 so that the captain can get out on time.
But when you have 850 guests to welcome aboard, life has a way of springing surprises. At Palma Airport, Anita is having a frustrating time with the locals. The authorities have decided to do a spot of building work on one of the busiest Saturdays of the year. And they're holding up Anita's passengers.
200287 to Gatwick, anybody? Anybody on the Air 200287? Can I have you with me? Anybody else on the Air 200287 to Gatwick? Do you want to just follow me?
Yeah.
They're stopping all the passengers. Do you know what we were doing last week? They're putting these big beams across and they're retaining all the passengers.
Where are they doing that?
At the other end of the bridge. And they're letting them come in groups of about 150.
With only 5 minutes to go before the plane's slot, Anita decides enough is enough.
Sí, yo lo sé, ahí he hablado con... Sí. Pues mira, todos los aviones no vamos a tener las puertas libres, ¿eh? Nunca, jamás. No, el avión nuestro tiene que estar en 5 minutos en el aire. Anybody on the Air 2000 287 to Gatwick?
When Anita has a plane to dispatch, it's best to stay out of the way. As if by magic, the barriers are lifted.
I was annoyed with them because they don't see the whole picture. And they said they're told to stop the passengers, and that's just what they do. They don't realise that the passengers are panicking, I'm panicking, everybody's panicking because they're going to miss their flight.
A frustrating morning and perhaps not the best time for your husband to call.
Escucha, me falta limpieza en el Oscar Alfa. Sí. Otra cosa, me parece que también te han reclamado combustible y no sé qué cosas más.
Sí, pero estamos haciendo todo. El piloto me lo han dicho, estaba todavía cargando combustible y estamos poniendo pasajeros. Sí, yo, Ramon, estoy consciente, lo sé. Estás enseñando a la abuela a chupar los huevos. Vale. Teaching his granny to suck eggs. That's what he's doing, teaching me to suck eggs. Men.
If a man or man is telling the orders or telling information, is the typical antagonism between males and females. But it's natural. That happens since the Stone Ages.
He basically thinks that we're not doing anything. So he has to keep us all under control. Make sure we're doing what he wants us to do.
Do you think sometimes he takes pleasure about ordering his wife around on the walkie-talkie?
He tries to, I switch him off.
I will complain about my wife. I will say just my wife is stupid, and you will say, pues mine, is a seagull or whatever, But, just in front of television, I will have the 50% of the population just thinking, chauvinistic Spaniard, right? And the other 50%, this is Spanish, how they are. They still, just with a brain just like a peanut.
After 20 years working in Spain, I'm still not used to them. And I'm married to one of them. I like it, really.
Down in arrivals, Sarah Stevenson has hit a snag with one of the cruise flights.
Right. There's a flight that should have actually left Palma here at 12:40 lunchtime. It's got to go all the way to Glasgow and come back again. It was due to come back here at 7 o'clock this evening. It's now it still hasn't left. We thought it was leaving at 5:20. It still hasn't left. And it doesn't look like it's going to get in any way before midnight, so...
At the cruise ship, Sarah's colleagues have got a bit of persuading to do.
Jackie to Grant, come in, please.
I'm in, Jackie.
Grant, I've just arrived in reception. Can you take us up to see the captain?
Yeah, I'm here now, thank you.
OK, well, we've been on to ops control, and there's not very many alternatives, so we want to try and negotiate with him to hold the ship.
Right, OK. It's quite approachable, helpful captain, so I think it's going to be all right.
Good.
Got a bit of a situation, Captain.
Yes,
we need to go over it with you.
Yes.
We've got our 32 passengers who are arriving from Glasgow, and the flight's been delayed. Now, at the moment, it's estimated they're going to arrive into Palma at midnight, which we're going to try and hurry them through the airport. It means they're not going to get to the ship until at least 1:15, which means a 1:30 sailing.
Dear.
Yes.
So if we leave at 1:30, Captain...
If we leave 1:30...
What time we arrive in Malta?
We shall be in pilot station 1:30. That's
Right.
alongside 2 o'clock.
Right.
Pilot station 1:30 alongside 2 o'clock.
Alongside 2 o'clock, yes. If we sail 1 o'clock, we'll be at a pilot station 1 o'clock and alongside 1:30.
Is that sure with the seas and everything?
I check the weather report. It's about 3-4.
3-4 and
That means we make a good speed.
So we're looking at delaying our arrival time into Malta by at least 1 hour at the moment.
It would be very nice to sail at 1 o'clock, latest 1:30.
Right.
With excursions booked in Malta for the other cruise passengers, the ship cannot wait any longer. At the airport, Sarah is given the deadline.
Right.
We're okay for a 1:30 sailing, but after that, it's going to get very tight indeed.
Okay, well, I've just heard from Spanair that at the moment the flight is actually estimating 12:15.
Right, okay, can you keep us posted?
Okay, what's happened now, the captain's made his calculations, and basically if the flight arrives here by midnight, the ship has to be out of Palma by 1:30. If the plane arrives here at midnight 30, it's going to have a severe impact on Malta, and we really have to think whether we're actually going to get these passengers on board the ship or not. With nothing going wrong, midnight 15. So I've now got to go and make another phone call to the UK, and we're going to have to make some serious decisions, I think, now. So this way.
The last flight of the evening for Air 2000. Anita can at last leave for home. Time perhaps for someone else to mend a few fences.
Anita runs everywhere and everything. Completely all the business. For that reason, she is the boss. She is completely the boss, as she's supposed to be.
You are not the boss.
I am not the boss. I know exactly my position, situation, and status inside the company, inside the house, and inside the environmental area. Ven, ¿y a dónde vamos ahora?
A casa.
¿A casa?
No, sí, a casa.
Do you fancy dinner?
Well, it'd be a good
With
idea.
candlelight?
Eh?
Candlelight with our children
It'd be a good idea.
and all the neighbors? Yes. Treat me well because I am your only husband. And I pay.
It's just after midnight, and Captain Christophorides is making preparations to sail.
Μολύβι δεν έχουμε, παιδιά, εδώ. Yes. Κάτσε γιατί θα χρειαστεί με λιγάκι να κάνουμε μια κάτι κινήσεις καμέρας.
At the airport, tensions rising. Spanair's flight from Glasgow still hasn't arrived.
Just do what you can at the moment. The important thing is that they get those labels on their cases.
Where's the coach down there?
Coach is parked right down at the end in the normal car park. It's number 75B.
75 on the right or the left?
I don't know.
Right.
Can you go and have a look down there while we're waiting? All right. I'm going to go through to the police control, I think, see if we can catch them as they come in. I've got an hour to get the people from the point the plane lands all the way through with their luggage and down on the coach, out through the bus bay and all the way along that chaotic front road before 1:30 and get them on board by 1:30. The pilot boat has been ordered for 1:30.
So where's the plane?
Oh, that's Jackie. Hello. Yes. We think it's landed. Spanair seem to think it's down, but the screens don't.
Right, you think it's down? Right, so we believe it's on the runway.
But a plane on the runway is not the same as your passengers arriving.
Okay, plane's down. Can you tell the captain that it's down, we reckon 1 hour, 10 minutes, and they should be here? That it's on the runway.
It normally takes 1 hour from the point of an arrival of an aircraft. By the time the luggage has come through, by the time you get everybody on the coaches and in the right direction, it's normally an hour. I've got 40 minutes to get them down to the port.
Then at 12:50, something stirs.
I can see my bus. I can see my people. Hopefully, all 32 of my guests will actually be on that bus now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, anybody joining First Choice Cruises, as soon as you have your suitcases, can you make your way out of exit B, where we'll be ready to direct you to the coach.
McLean.
Hello, what's
Yeah,
the name then,
McLean.
please?
McLean.
McLean and Smith. If you'd
Yeah.
just like to see Rose, she's on her way down out the door there. She's got your cabin envelopes with you.
20 minutes we've got to wait.
We'll do it.
20 minutes. Don't let them leave for another 20 minutes.
Would you two like to come with me? Yeah. Let's go.
The coach sets off with everyone on board, but the drama's not over yet. At the port, a taxi driver is warning of big delays on the coastal roads. Time for a final call to Sarah.
A taxi's just arrived at the dockside and it's taken him 25 minutes to go along the Paseo. Can you make certain that the coach takes the Via Cintura?
Okay. Bye. Un taxi que se ha bajado por el paseo marítimo ahora. Ha tardado 25 minutos llegar. Por favor, que vamos por la vía.
Now it's all down to the driver and the patience of the Bolero captain. Back at the airport, there's one final farewell of the night.
What's that? It's a big woofer. Can I have another kiss? Draw. See you soon. I'll see you without your spots next time. Draw.
All right, see you later.
All right, see you soon. Draw.
Thanks a lot. I'll see you soon. Yeah.
All right then.
Thanks a lot.
Look after yourselves. Enjoy your bouncy castle. Yeah.
It's 1:25 and the Bolero captain is preparing to sail.
Palma pilots, Bolero calling Palma pilots. You read me, over?
The coach, meanwhile, is only minutes from the port.
Midship.
The time is now 1:29, and I've been told the ship's going at 1:30, so we're just going to see what happens when we come around the corner. Got butterflies in my tummy. Look! There she is! Can everybody see her?
It's gone 1:30, but Captain Christopheridis has decided to wait.
He's got us here. Gracias, Miguel. Mind that last step, ladies. It's a bit smoother. All right. Okay. Anybody else?
Thank you. Right, go. Okay,
Bye.
good one.
Oh, it's moving. It's off. Still got the ropes on it. We've done it again.
Done it, it's off.
Another week. Another 859 passengers.
On their way to Malta.
There she goes.
Majorca. For over 4 decades, it's been the top destination for British holidaymakers. Every year, 20 million tourists visit the island. They all arrive here at Palma International Airport, the biggest and busiest holiday airport in Europe. But with 3 miles of corridor, 49 gates and 204 check-ins, it can be a recipe for chaos and confusion.
it's a long story. I ain't never come to Spain ever again. Ever again.
That's the first time in my life that a plane has actually left early.
I've got to report something that I think is wrong.
Yeah. Disaster. Disaster.
I bought Brooklyn a mobile phone.
The funny thing about airports is that it's often the same things that go wrong, but never in quite the same way. The major culprits are flight delays, ticket problems and sickness. But top of the list at Palma, an airport the size of a small city, is passengers getting lost.
Yes, affirmative. We are missing a passenger in Oscar Victor. Control.
It's 9 in the morning and Ramon Escobar has already lost his first passenger of the day. His company acts as handling agent for 4 airlines at Palma Airport. On hand to help find the missing passengers is his wife, Anita.
How old are they? The small children?
Kids, 12 and 9.
The missing people are the wife and family of Mark Randolphi. He's gone through passport control with his elderly father, but he's still got his family's passports.
I'm looking for the people that belong to this passport. They're on this side and the passport's here. Did he say where he was going? The guy who took the... didn't say anything, he just took the boarding cards and went. We've got the passports, we've got the father, and we've got the passport, we haven't got the family.
Probably haven't arrived at passport control, but they're on the way over to passport control.
Okay. They're on the way up. Yeah. It's the only place they can come through. They've got to come through here.
But Mark's got one other problem. His mother's Italian.
Which is your mum? Has she seen you?
Yeah. Where is she?
Where is she? What do you mean you don't know?
She hasn't cut you. Right.
Where are they? I've just been up to the north there.
Where were you?
I left
when
them
you...
on the top of the stairs there. Because, don't tell me, it's a long story. I ain't never come to Spain ever again. Ever again.
Yeah, we'll find them, all right. We'll find them.
Where are they? I asked them to put it through the loudspeaker. No, it was not possible.
Wait a minute, Mum.
We've got to go back.
No, you haven't. You haven't. We'll find them. Don't worry.
I've just been up there where I left it in the hall there.
Wait a minute.
Because I got split up.
Downstairs, if the girls inside had taken me and my dad to the gate, and I said to Elaine, you'd have gone with my dad and I'd have come with Elaine.
Right. No problem. But you told me you were coming back up there. Why did they brought you straight here?
They brought it wasn't up to him. They just whisked him off in the buggy.
Well, that's it. Never again. That's it. Never again. They're so stupid. Now go find your wife. I've just been. She's not there. She's not there.
You come to me, Dad. What do you do?
No, I want to know now. Right?
Yeah.
You've got 2 children there. Yes. And your wife.
Yes.
Is your mum Italian?
Right. The shelter. Oh no, you went to see the wife?
Gracious mate, do you want me to go first? Yeah, she'll be coming up this side. So you're Italian as well?
I was born in England.
You were born in England, so you've got a bit of the English temperament.
Oh yes,
so you're calm. So your mum's Latin.
She was born in Italy.
Well, she's worried, you see. She probably thinks that you're going to miss the flight.
Mark Randolphi leaves his mother behind and sets off in search of his family. But Anita's not the only one looking for missing passengers.
Right, we'll leave a message with Glynis.
Virgin Sun supervisor Angie Romano and colleague Fiona Goldsmith have lost some holidaymakers.
We're missing, I'd say that, Yamamoto party. Now, we can't leave the airport because they're in a villa. They'll never find the villa. Okay, they've got a car as well. We've rung up the duty office. 179 got on the plane, which is how many arrivals we had. So they've got to be here somewhere. So now myself and Fiona are going to have to go and find them. It's going to take us ages.
It's going to take us absolutely ages to find these people.
What I don't want is that we go one way and she'll go the other and she'll end up at passport and you're not there.
No,
You
but she
go and
hasn't
wait.
passed us now, has she?
No. You go and wait down at passport control and
Well, it
I'll
was
go around
before.
and I'll send her down to I'll make some announcements
Fine.
and send her down to passport control.
wait there.
So you wait down there. Mrs. Randolphi, where are you? Mrs. Randolphi! Mrs. Randolphi! Is there a Mrs. Randolphi around here? Mrs. Randolphi! Excuse me. Mrs. Randolphi!
Thing is, they're Japanese, so you can't really miss them, so that's one good advantage, really. But, nowhere. It's unbelievable. The only thing is, it's like looking for a needle in a haystack. It's constantly people arriving all the time, people moving, leaving. You know, we can only look and hopefully we find them. If not, we can't spend the whole night at the airport.
They're the only ones we're missing. The aircraft's correct, apart from these people, so...
But the Randolphi family are nowhere to be found. With time running out fast, there's one long shot for Anita. They may have managed to reach the departure gate without their passports.
Tengo el marido, pero falta la mujer y los dos hijos. Mrs. He's waiting at the passport control. How did he get through? I won't get him for you.
That man on the trolley. But you see what's gone wrong? Just somebody took my father-in-law with his
Yeah, that's
wheelchair
right, yeah.
and took him a different way.
I
and
can't
we've
get you.
all got lost.
Well, you stay here. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. No, don't move.
Anita's found the family, but now she's lost Mark.
My husband's in the plane already. I've come here, my daughter-in-law wasn't here. I met my son halfway through looking for her, right? So she come here now with the children, and he's gone, he's looking for her now. So that's what's happening.
I think I'm going to go and have a look in the toilet, just in case. Sorry, ladies, can I just have a look if somebody's in here?
It's never happened to me before, and I've been travelling for some years, look. Italy in different places, and I come from Italy.
He's here. He's here.
Right, he's here now, my son. We're all together, thank you.
He's nearly had a nervous breakdown, poor thing. They whisked him off. It was the Iberia, they whisked him off.
I've told him all the story. It was a lot longer. I had to cut it short. It was a lot longer.
Come on. Bye. Get yourself on the aircraft.
Where did they take you when your dad just came on board? Went to the duty-free thing.
Yeah.
And he went a different way.
And Anita makes sure they catch their Manchester flight. Together.
I think this is happening. That's it.
Meanwhile, Angie and Fiona's search is proving fruitless.
Oh, listen, I bet you any money they ring up at about 12 o'clock midnight while I'm tucked away in my bulbies going, we have been looking everywhere for you. And I'll be like, oh, thank you.
The Yamamotos had left the airport and got very lost. They were rescued the next day by Virgin Sun.
God, I'm glad I don't get too many of them in a day. I think I've lost 2 stone.
With the holiday season in full flow and nearly 1 million passengers to look after, things are as busy as ever for Anita and Ramon's company, Palma Flight Services. Their job is to get passengers on board and planes away on time. This year they've got the whole family helping. Daughter Caroline, Anita's sister Nikki,
Say again? I've been here at Oscar Victor.
and their teenage son, Rambo.
Name?
Roy.
Wait.
Might be underneath here.
This is a football team. A football team. You know, everybody's trying just to score goals. Some people play better than the other. Some people run better than the other. Some people, just do the dribbling better than the other.
He used to do a lot of running around then, but he sort of just stopped now. He likes where he is. Wheels on his chairs, don't you?
Being in charge.
I am not in charge. Correction. I am not in charge. I am in command.
He is Palma Flight Services.
We are like husband and wife.
He is Palma Flight Services, aren't you?
Like husband and wife. We wake up, you know, just with the planes. We have lunch with the planes, and we go to bed. Unfortunately, just with the planes as well.
With over 150,000 flights every year, the runway at Palma is a dangerous place. The personnel who work there are highly trained in airport procedures. In fact, it's the last place that Anita's sister Nikki wants to find her passengers.
Get you back upstairs. Yeah. Okay, do you want to make your way back up? I don't know how you got down here at all. You've been ill. Well, you're at gate 42, and you want gate 44.
That's right, but I think they're calling our name. So we've missed it, haven't we?
Well, we'll see. Let's go along to gate 44.
I went to Charlie 44 to see if the two passengers that were missing on Alpha India were there, and there is...
I've got them with me.
Meanwhile, Anita is about to start boarding her Gatwick flight.
We've got 15 minutes to get everybody on board this aircraft, and we're missing about 100. Well, they've obviously not heard the PA system.
No, we got only 10 minutes. We got only 10 minutes, just to put everybody on board.
We've called them, haven't we?
What?
We have called them. 949 to Gatwick. Yep, can we have you through here? With your wife?
We just asked a bloke and he said, no, not that one.
You didn't ask the right bloke then, did you? Hey? 949 to Gatwick. Can we have you through here, please?
33, has the changed to
32, 32, yeah.
With passengers still missing, Anita has called daughter Caroline for backup.
Wait, what am I looking for?
Here we are. Yep, if you want to make your way up.
Back with Nikki, and there's some bad news.
It's ready to close, Nikki. It's too late, they're closing the doors now.
They've closed the doors.
Okay.
Have you missed it?
Afraid so. We'll have to get you on something else. Shall I send them back to their reps? Who are you travelling with?
Send them back down, and the luggage will go back down there as well.
Okey-doke, copied. Right, yeah, so I'm afraid you're going to have to go back to your reps.
Oh, no.
Yeah, get you on another flight.
So where's the rep?
If you head towards the check-in desks, where you first came through. Right.
If I can remember where it is. Shall I?
Head towards where it says Salida, the exit, okay, the baggage reclaim. Yeah. And then instead of going straight ahead, go up the slope.
Right, okay then, thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Poor things. She wasn't very well. She'd been in the loos being sick. And, yeah, they came herring through the gate, straight through all the security. Well, as you can see, the doors are wide open. And ended up on the runway. Unbelievable. But yeah, you do occasionally see people wandering across the runway with hand luggage. And you think, would you do that in England? Would you do that at Gatwick? I think not. Mad, isn't it?
Well, we were just sort of looking around duty free, and then we had a little something to eat. And then I just started to be violently sick. And we started to make our way. But every toilet I came to, I had to stop and be sick. So that's the sum total of it.
Yes, and then, of course, no one was here to find out. We just had to come around these
and that's right.
corridors with nobody in them and
onto the runway.
found a way out with the planes.
So we're looking for our rep now. So please excuse us. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
The couple are now faced with catching a later flight. Anita is still waiting for her passengers.
Boarding card's here, and I think you're the last ones. How many are you?
How many passengers to board?
And we're still missing 4 passengers.
Whereabouts did you go? I've been up by passport control around there. Just shout me now if I can't find him anyway.
Nobody?
No, well. He's gone. He's going.
The plane pushes back for takeoff, but 4 passengers short of a full load.
You up for the 949?
Yeah.
The flight has gone. Well, it's supposed to be in the air in 20 minutes, and if he doesn't leave now, it takes him 15 minutes to get to the taxiway. And if it's not in the air in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, then we're going to, they would have had a 2 hour
I know you
delay.
lose your slot, but
Yeah.
I mean, what?
2 hour delay. Well, we called you and we called you and we called you and we've been running.
I mean, we were waiting outside. There's queues. I mean, the toilets were full down there.
Yeah.
I mean, we arrived here.
There's been 5 of us.
It's the
Apart
wrong
from-
gate
yeah.
that's on the ticket for a start.
Yeah, but it's only next door, but we've
Yeah.
been calling you.
Well, I got here. I fly quite a bit, so I normally don't try not to arrive at the gate, you know, half an hour early. So we got here 20 minutes early. And the flight was just leaving as we arrived at the gate, which was also the wrong gate that was on the ticket, the boarding card. So, so just as we went through, I just saw our lovely plane leaving.
Basically, it was their own fault that they missed the flight, and the onus is always on us because we're the ones that have got to help them at the end of the day. And I always feel guilty when they do lose the flight, and I shouldn't feel guilty because the rest of the passengers managed to get there in time.
I just said that's the first time in my life that a plane has actually left early.
Give us your ticket. Give us your ticket again.
I'll tell you what, I'll give you 4.
I don't want. I just want. No, I don't want these. I just want the original ones. I want your name actually again.
Oh, of your ones?
Yeah.
Okay, another connection. I'm going to private jet from you there now. I wish.
No such luck this time. They had to wait for the next flight. It's the rich and famous who normally fly on private jets, and in part 2, they're landing in Palma.
We had a good night last night. Very good.
But Angie isn't having such a good time.
Got an even bigger problem now. It looks as if it might be something quite serious.
Majorca isn't just for the millions of ordinary holidaymakers who fly in each summer. Plenty of famous names and faces come to the island as well. Singer Chesney Hawkes has just landed for a weekend in the sun before the launch of his new single.
Hi guys, Chesney Hawkes. I am the one and only. You certainly are, mate. On the way over, I had a 20-strong lads stag night that all recognised me. It was fun.
What happened?
Well, they were just all, you know, Chesney, woo! Singing the one and only from the back of the plane.
Mostly we kind of stand there and go, that's what's it out of thingy, and we just spend the rest of the day going, what's the name again?
Nick. No.
Yeah, that's the name, Nick.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Been singing, haven't you?
Yeah, I used to.
See, I recognise it. I got it. Yeah. Very good. I can't remember the song though. What was the song?
Oh, go on, see if you can remember it.
No, I can't remember the song. Nick, I can remember, but the song I can't. His name's not Nick. No, it's not Nick.
His name's Chesney.
Paul.
That's right.
Chesnick Paul. Is that right?
What's that?
Paul.
That's right.
I can't
Chesnick
remember.
Hawkes.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's it.
Well, I recognised you. You were very good. I used to like you, but I can't remember the song.
Oh. Well, it was called The One and Only.
Good luck. Yeah, I remember.
Got it?
Good luck.
No, thank you. Nice to meet you. Bye. Chesnick. That's my Russian counterpart, Chesnick Hawkes.
Who's he? Is it during my time, before my time, Cliff Richard's age?
Chesney doesn't realise that he's about to be upstaged by the one and only Posh Spice.
Good morning, everybody.
We had a good night last night. Very good.
Where is he? Is he coming with Posh?
And we're going shopping now.
Oh. You know who we met today? Chesney Hawkes.
He's still about, is he?
You heard of it?
Well, he done that country thing, didn't he?
Number 1.
It was a big tune.
It was a big tune.
Long hair. He had a mullet, didn't he?
Yes.
He had a mullet.
I want to see Posh going, oh, it's lovely here in Majorca.
Posh Spice is here to promote her latest single. But there's always time for a spot of shopping.
Look what I've just bought. I've bought this for Brooklyn. I've bought Brooklyn a mobile phone. And tractor.
Who's that for?
Tractor. Brooklyn. No, it's David drives them a little bit bigger than that. And a puzzle.
Did you get him anything in Magaluf?
No, this is a present from Magaluf. But why? Do you know what? Static bowels. Bye.
were going to ask me to sing the one and only, weren't you? Yeah. Take care, bye now.
2 million British people holiday in Majorca every year, and they're easier to spot than the celebrities. They just don't travel incognito. Whether it's a sombrero, a football shirt, a pint of lager, or even a combination, it's all part of the uniform.
A very useful thing about the Newcastle passengers is you get a lot of them wearing Newcastle brown football shirts, so you can spot them a mile off with little black and white stripes coming along.
Zebras. You can barely identify them when they're in a pack.
Yes, I'm a typical Geordie on holiday. I'm like a native of Spain.
We got a cliché. We are the egos. Yeah. We always has been, just flamenco singers, guitar players, just bullfighters, and a small dog with moustache.
Sun, sea and sangria all make for the perfect holiday. But too much of a good thing can eventually take its toll. That's why, after lost passengers, Palma Airport's second biggest problem is sick passengers. It means the airport doctor can be a very busy man. But Anita needs to find him. She's just found out that a little boy is too ill to travel on one of her flights.
He's been sick. He was sick last night in the hotel. He was had a high temperature. They called the doctor and he gave him some paracetamol. And then he was sick again on the coach today. And he's still got a high temperature. But he doesn't look very well. We have to wait and see what the doctor says.
The rep at the hotel thought it'd be okay to travel, so we come on the coach. He's basically been sick again on the coach coming up here. We've just checked in for the flights, and then a person has come across to us and said, is he okay to travel, etc. He's gone to the doctor now to have a check it with the doctor, so now waiting for the doctor to come up and see what's happening with the doctor.
It's not just Anita who has a sick passenger. The Virgin Sun Manchester flight is about to board, and Supervisor Angie has been told that one of her passengers has been taken ill as well.
Okay, not bad. You all right? You sure? Yeah. Just down here. Just take a deep breath. You'll be all right. Take a deep breath. All right, don't worry.
We went to a show, me and the family, and it was a good show and we was all okay, and we came back, and my sister at 1:15 just become violently ill. She had bad headaches and started being sick, and we got quite worried on the way over here, and she gradually got worse, and eventually I asked one of the Virgin reps, could see if you got a first aid here and see a doctor.
We need to see a doctor ASAP, because if our bags have got to come off, they've got to come off soon, because otherwise we're going to have the problem where we're going to delay this flight even longer than it already is.
Well, they're still waiting to see the doctor. He's out on some emergency or something at the moment on the ramp. So we're going to give another 10 minutes till he comes. The wife seems to think it's a throat infection. That's what the doctor said to him last night.
Got an even bigger problem now. It looks as if it might be something quite serious. She's getting a rash on her legs. We need to get like a doctor here ASAP.
Yeah, he's run off for a cardiac, so...
Oh, if we can get somebody else here, because otherwise if she can't go home, all her bags have got to come off the plane as well.
I'm going to call our insurance as well.
I'm just going to go and see the family now.
Yeah, they're in there with Linda, okay?
Right, all right.
Fiona sets off in search of the airport doctor.
We'll down to the doctor. We'll see what the doctor says if he can fly. Obviously, we like to get home. Obviously, it's better when you are back in your own country and back at home, etc. But if he can't fly, then basically he can't fly.
You're going to give them another 10 minutes because the flight's in 10 minutes. So, have to wait and see.
With time running out and without having seen the doctor, the Locke family decide to take a risk and try to make their flight.
We've got 15 minutes, we've got enough time.
Well, they can't find the doctor. The doctor's out on an emergency, so they can't say yes or no.
How are you feeling? The doctor's on an emergency, so basically we can't see the doctor. The airline think it's okay to go and travel, so we're going to try and make the flight, hopefully. but obviously it's a bit touch and go. We can't go too fast because he's sick.
Right, let's. Bradley, go a bit faster for me. Thanks.
Right, I've just been to see the lady. She does look poorly, she really does. So all we're going to do now is wait for the doctor and see what he says, basically. That's all we can do.
Bye.
With a buggy and a bucket, just in case, the Locks try to get to the gate in time.
A little bit hot again.
All right.
Yeah. Have they called half night? Have you heard if they called half night?
Nobody's in that office, so I was getting cleaned at the moment. I'm going to try and call his mobile. I'm just going to grab Angie's phone. Ah, sí. Hey, yo tengo la señora aquí. ¿Todo bien?
The doctor has finally arrived, but too late for the Lock family. They're now on their way home. In part 3, Angie finds out whether her passenger can fly.
Just really relax, chill yourself out.
And number 3 on the Palma problem list, tickets and passports.
Wasn't quite the way it was supposed to be, darling, was it?
The doctor has examined Angie's sick passenger.
Are you upstairs, aren't you? Yeah. Shall we go up these escalators up here? All right. Let's give her an injection. All right. She needs to relax for when she gets on the flight.
Is it going to make you sleepy or anything?
No, it's just going to basically take the pain away, you know, from her head. If you can try and lie her down, you know, when you go up to the gates, just really relax, chill yourself out, and just get a wet paper towel and pat it on your head. All right, you're going home, so that's the main thing, eh? It's better than having to stay another night with me and Fiona, how's that, eh? The doctor was Spanish. We explained it to her that he said, yeah, she could go home. She had a big smile on her face, bless her. We told the rest of her family. I think once she knew she could go home, she like relaxed a little bit as well. So I think she's a happy lady. She can go home, reunite with the rest of her family and go on the plane and back to England.
No matter how much we travel, there's still the unforeseen to trip us up. And some passengers do all the right things. They arrive on time, they remember their passports, yet they still have problems. The Kennedys are sending their 2 children unaccompanied to the UK for a holiday. But their tickets aren't where they're supposed to be.
The kids are going unaccompanied to Manchester, and we got to the airport an hour and a half ago to pick up the tickets at the predestined desk, and it was supposed to have been pre-booked tickets issued. They weren't there, so basically we've spent the last hour with the kids not going and no confirmation getting through, and basically we found out it's the fault of
the person that was in England.
The travel agent in the UK. Go. Okay, we've got to go.
At Palma Flight Services, Anita is hurriedly trying to reissue tickets. But the flight leaves in 10 minutes.
You're supposed to take them just to go through police.
Yeah.
Because the police is going to request a piece of paper, official piece of paper again, that you paternity, your authority, you release them.
Okay.
Why don't you do me a favor? Just
so we don't have to walk.
Send the cases on the belt and on the check-in.
Send them on there, yeah?
Yeah. Go on, Rich.
Okay, I'll do that.
See,
Well, where am I going to see you?
We'll be out there. She'll come up and check in.
Okay.
Father Richard has to check the cases in.
Can't walk that far in that time. You'd be surprised what you can do in a rush, I'll tell you.
The travel agent basically didn't do what they were supposed to do and give the right authority here, but apparently it's been sorted out. We've made a few telephone calls. I've sworn about 10 million times, and hopefully everything's going to be okay.
But the plane has already boarded. It's time to call on the buggy again.
Sit down.
Just pop it in.
Sit down, please.
Did you put your passports in?
Yeah, I've got mine in. I'm putting it right now.
Passport engaged.
Made a big drink after this.
46.
Cal,
Your kids.
just hang on, will you?
Put them around your neck, please.
Yes.
You have to write that one in a little book, in your little holiday book. My start to the holiday.
Nearly missing the plane. Waiting 7 hours for
Have we got time to buy any duty free? Guess not.
There's the aeroplane, it's still there.
Do they keep it?
No.
Wasn't quite the way it was supposed to be, darling, was it?
No, it's still fun.
It's better that way, it's quicker.
Yeah, more fun, more action. Are you crying or laughing? No laughing, okay, whatever you do. I'll see you in 2 weeks, okay? Give me a big cuddle. Give my love to Grandma, okay? Give her a big kiss, see you, mate. Oh, that's a big one. Oh. I'll miss you. I'll miss you too, mate. Be a good boy, yeah?
Bye, sweetheart. I love you.
Me too.
You're a wonderful boy, Grandma.
That's... Whose is that?
This way, Cal. Bye, have fun.
See you, Cal. I need a big drink, actually, is what I need. And I hope that the kids have a wonderful holiday, and I'm very happy that they got on the flight, you know.
Not being able to find your tickets is one thing. It's quite another not to have a ticket at all. Catherine Casey is desperate to get back to Dublin for job interviews, but hasn't got quite enough cash to pay for a flight.
So I haven't used my card in a while, so we'll see how it goes. I didn't need it for other purposes, yeah. Fingers crossed is right, I know.
Anita's daughter Caroline is looking after the Stansted flight.
Okay, I just won't go through. It just says it's invalid. It says it's invalid.
It comes invalid.
What's in? Have you got another one?
I don't have another Visa card now.
No.
Just Bank of Ireland card. That's it, with money in it. And that's it, it was not a Visa card. There's money in that.
Because it's not going through
at all.
No. You sure? Haven't you got anybody you can phone?
Oh God, oh God.
You got your mum or your dad or your boyfriend?
My mum, yeah, but like she's working. I don't know whether the phone were working and dad's working and.
Have you got any mates you can phone? Pay them back when you get to
I
UK.
know, believe me. I've got money in that account and that's it.
Yeah, but I can't get
that account at all. No. That's the only money I had in the account and that one too as well. And the Visa card, and I kind of forgot it back home in Ireland because I didn't think I'd be needing it.
How much money have you got? You got 14?
I've got 14 mil and I got my money, all my rest of my Irish bank account, which I can get it at Stansted Airport. At the bank there.
You see, I have to phone this. I have to have this ticket paid before I put you on the flight.
Yeah.
What you could do, we've got another 2,000 going out this afternoon, and those standby tickets. It's going to Gatwick though.
Yeah.
And it's 14,000 those tickets.
Yeah.
What's your name? And I'll put you down for standby again.
Catherine Casey.
I've got it already, haven't I?
Yeah, you have it in your head. Yeah. Right, thanks
so
a lot.
I'm going to try for that.
All right, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Bye.
See ya.
For Catherine, it's now a 6-hour wait with no guarantee of a ticket. Some passengers prefer the ease of a package tour to arranging their tickets themselves. Holiday rep Vicky Aziz of Pandora Sol has come to the airport to help her homeward-bound passengers check in. And although the check-in's straightforward and the flight is on time, there's still cause for complaint.
You put on the bottom of there that no offers of alternative accommodation are offered. Did you didn't ask for any, did you?
We didn't ask for any, but they weren't offered.
But you only told me about the ants yesterday.
Yeah, accept that. But the hotel management knew about it beforehand. So one would hope there would be some sort of communication between you.
Not necessarily. Not unless they don't advise us. If you have a problem, what you have to do is contact your rep, and then we would then request that you obviously you get an alternative room, or if they don't, we can obviously change it from there. But you know, if you had actually come to see us, then we could have done something and we could have got your room changed.
You were only at the hotel.
Well, yeah, but we're in the office every day, and the office
but we
times
didn't
are
want
on
to spoil a whole day. The whole object of coming on a holiday is to enjoy ourselves and spend a lot of money on that holiday. We don't want to spend a full day going in the middle of the day, going down and see the representative, you know.
Well, no, but she's there from 9:30 in the morning every day.
I'm not going to get in an argument at the end of the day. I'm supposed to be on holiday, you know.
I mean,
I've got to report something that I think is wrong, okay?
Yeah.
The thing is wrong is between yourself and the hotel. There's no communication. There should be better communication. There is between Thompson's, Air Tours and other professional companies.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but if you haven't advised the hotel that you needed that you wanted to move,
We didn't want to move. We didn't want to move. We only wanted to move because your accommodation that you provided wasn't adequate.
Wasn't adequate.
It's
in
full
what
of
way?
ants.
Well, yeah, exactly. But you didn't ask the hotel if you could be moved.
No,
if
but
you'd
they
have gone
didn't ask me if I wanted to be moved. The onus is on them to provide me with
One will go to the hotel and this one will get sent over to the UK.
Right, what happens
and then
next?
they'll obviously get this and then they'll contact you from there. Okay. Or if you want to go in and see the office when you get back, that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks for your help. It's been rather disappointing. We had ants in our room from the first day onwards. Now, we reported to the management. The management came along, they cleared, swept the ants away, they sprayed it on quite a few occasions. And they collected some of the ants, but the ants were still there. And they came night after night after night. Now, we were reporting it to the management in the hope that they were reporting it to the rep, who were seeing very little of, because there was only 2 days of the week when the rep was supposed to be there, and we didn't want to spoil our holiday on them 2 days because that was midday and we had cars hired and things like that. So we reported to the management. There's obviously a lack of communication between the management and the tour company, which is sort of resulting in us having a spoiled holiday.
He'd actually had ants in his room in the hotel and came to report it to me yesterday, but he's been here 2 weeks and I had to kind of put on the bottom of the form that, you know, had he actually been in contact with ourselves, that we could have asked for him to be changed rooms or given him alternative accommodation. We can't do anything when they do it, when they tell us the day before they leave. And he did say that a lot of the other people had had the same complaint, but yet nobody had actually been and complained to the hotel or to us. So, you know, yeah, it's life, isn't it?
In part 4, last but not least in the list of problems, delays. Why a fire in Corfu is causing problems in Majorca.
And at the end of the day, really, we didn't go to Corfu, did we? We came to Majorca.
And what happens when a cruise liner goes missing.
Still no sign of it at the moment. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as it turns up.
Palma Airport never sleeps, and the long hours can take their toll on the 9,000 people who work there, with some staff walking up to 3 miles a day.
Aviation is a complicated business. It's a very complicated business. And unfortunately, you know, the only thing that is more or less comparable is a brand new shoe. It's always painful. Painful. Everything is painful in aviation. Everything is nightmare because it's subject to individuals.
Vicky's, she's happy she's got her Doc Martens because she's doing a lot of running around. But there's no way we can alter Nikki. She says she's not going to ruin her feet. She said the only person who's got a smile on their face at the end of a Saturday is me, she said, because I'm wearing sensible shoe. I suppose that's... I couldn't see myself in Doc Martens and socks, though, could you? Let's face it.
Bit of a bone of contention there, because Nita and Ramon are a bit more for heels. And Nita's argument is if she's run around the airport for 20 blah, blah, blah years in heels, then anyone can do it. But then ask Nita how many times she's fallen down aircraft steps. So I insist on the docks. I insist on the docks. Shiny, polished docks. It's a power thing. You do get a different attitude if you're in the docks. If you're having a delay or somebody's starting to give it that. Because if you're in heels, you get young lady, you get miss, and all the rest of it. But for English passengers, the only time you see a woman in a pair of Doc Martens, they're either a policewoman or a traffic warden. So as soon as you start telling them, you are going to be late, could you please sit down? It's kind of, okay, I'll sit down. And yeah, it works.
But for Angie of Virgin Sun, there isn't a choice of footwear.
I'd like to say that even though Virgin get us really nice shoes and they're very expensive, because I'll show you, have a look. Ballet. They're not very comfortable. My feet all feel as if they're squashed in at the front, and the arch of my foot feels as if somebody's out with a hammer at it. And it's not just me, it's all the girls that agree. So even though they're very nice and very expensive, they're not very comfortable. So my feet, watch, everybody takes them off like that and lifts the legs up, you know, because like the feet are killing them.
The only person in the airport who is not rushed off his feet is Alejandro, the shoeshine man. Business is bad.
El nivel es bajísimo. O sea que además cada año
Standards of style are low, really low, and every year it gets worse. It's canvas shoe tourism.
When Palma was a Nissan hut, Alejandro was here. And he doesn't look any different. Whether it's because my eyesight's deteriorated, it probably has. But he doesn't look any different. He's always looked the same to me. He used to have a lot of work in the old days, but with all the trainers and all the sports shoes, the poor guy's going out of business.
I feel depressed when I watch what passes me. This year, 20 million passengers will come through here. And when I see them in sandals, canvas slip-ons, flip-flops, and no socks, no socks. It's a bit depressing, but now I'm used to it.
The summer heat doesn't only cause havoc on feet. 1,000 miles away in Corfu, forest fires are burning, and the effects are being felt in Majorca. Air 2000 rep Alan Bennett has a lot of explaining to do.
I believe the delay is due to weather in Corfu. There's been forest fires there, which what I was informed that they closed the runway, Corfu, and the aircraft were diverted, and it's had a knock-on effect. Passengers, yeah, I think that they seem fairly relaxed. They're being kept informed, which is the main thing. As long as the passengers are kept informed, then 9 times out of 10 they're okay.
Tell them that on it.
The thing is that you never lie to them, you always tell them the truth, what's happening, what we're estimating, and take them away from the airport, because it's a massive airport. They'll just get lost here, take them away and take care of them.
Apparently the plane hasn't even landed in Corfu yet, and they've got to wait for it to actually get to Corfu, and then back to Stansted, and then back here to pick us up. So we've just got an indefinite delay. Like Sue said, they should have like another plane on standby for like if there's big delays to jump in and sort of like take passengers home or to here or whatever.
No.
These kids are not too bad, so we can entertain them. It's the babies, and it's just there's nothing here. There's no. I mean, at Stansted they had like a creche and like a babies play area. Here there's absolutely nothing for them. We can't just leave them running around here all afternoon. It's just.
And at the end of the day, really, we didn't go to Corfu, did we? We came to Majorca.
All right, on you go.
With an indefinite delay, the passengers are bussed out of the airport for a few more hours in the sun. But will they get a replacement plane? It's not just problems on land that can create havoc with air travel. Delays at sea are spelling trouble for Glenn Wallace and the team from Panorama Holidays.
Basically what's happened today is we have 2 boats that go out for a week on a cruise. We've had one go around Spain and one go around Italy. Now the Sunbird, which is the bigger one of the boats, has come in as per usual, but the Carousel's had engine difficulties. We only have 20 clients, but it looks like they're going to miss their flight.
It's all hands on deck at the airport to find a solution, while Piers the rep waits at the port.
Yeah, still no sign of it at the moment. Yeah, I'll let you know as soon as it turns up. Okay, I'll speak to you later.
It's now 11:10 and we still can't see it. So it's getting later and later. El clientes no aquí. Mucho problemas.
And still no boat.
So we don't know what time it's going to be coming in now. I think it'll be in about 11:30, 11:45, which is cutting it really, really tight to get everyone off. So we'll see what happens. Another day at the airport.
And another day at the dock for Piers, but with no boat.
They're saying it should be in by about 11:30. By the time they've actually docked, we've got the guests and their bags off, it's going to be at least 12, 12:15, and the flight's supposed to be going at 20 to 1. So unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to make the flight.
At last, the boat comes in, but the passengers will have to catch a later flight. And if you've got a long wait, it's best to find a comfortable spot. Catherine Casey has been waiting all day to see if she can get a standby flight.
All today, about 10 hours. But since half 10 this morning. Long wait, just get a flight home.
She's pinned her hopes on a standby ticket to Dublin, and Joel from Palma Flight Services is looking after the check-in.
Don't look like that, it's all right. We've got one seat left at the moment. One seat left.
Yeah, in Dublin?
Yeah, but I can't put you on until about 25 past.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah,
I'll stay here.
25
Oh,
past.
stop.
If
Yeah.
no one else comes, you're fine.
No. Thanks a lot.
No problem, no problem. But we have to wait until 25 past. No one else comes, put you on.
Grand. Oh, thanks a lot,
so just wait then, and I'll come and get you.
I'll be
near the
waiting
time.
10 hours already, so it's
Okay?
grand.
All right, no problem. Okay.
Thanks a lot.
No problem. I'll see you later. All right.
Thanks. Bye.
See you.
But with just 3 minutes before the flight closes, the last Dublin passenger checks in.
Dublin's full, I'm afraid.
What?
Dublin's full. Someone arrived to this last seat.
Oh, no, not even jump seat or anything. I've been there hostess. I know the crack is jump seat, anything.
Yeah, but you're not air hostess now, are you?
No, I gave it up there a couple months ago.
It's a bit difficult to try that. No, only when working staff you can go and jump seat, I'm afraid.
Anything at all.
I'm sorry, no,
I've been waiting
that's
here
it.
since half 10 this morning, like.
What do you think is Gatwick?
Gatwick, how many seats that is left?
That's plenty of seats left.
Well, I have to take that, so I'll
Okay.
make my way home, yeah.
Okay, give me your passport and I'll go
Yeah.
and photocopy your passport first
Yeah.
of all. Thanks so much. Okay, I'll give a photocopy of that back in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Okay? All right.
It's a bit of a letdown. I really want to go home, you see, too, as well, but hey, as far as England, so I'll be fine, hopefully. Let's get the first flight to Dublin then tomorrow.
After 6 hours, the passengers delayed by fires in Corfu are ready to board their replacement aircraft.
It's fabulous. It's lovely inside. 400 seats. They can have a row each. It's lovely. First class. I've been in first class before.
They're going home in style. It's not just any plane, it's a jumbo jet. It's a good result for Anita.
It's a jumbo. Yeah. Good, eh? So they'd be rattling around in it like peas in a can.
Thanks God, thanks God, Allah, Vishnu, Buddha, thanks to everybody.
One less. Another 663 to go. And then that's me for the day.
It's one more success for the Escobars, and another successful summer season is drawing to a close.